All right, welcome to Art Appreciation Week 2. And a few things that we're going to go over this week is learning about museums and taking a look at a few websites online. So some of the things that you actually have to do this week is to read the section content. You will explore online museum websites. You will have a discussion assignment on virtual art tour museums or museum tours. And then you will have a quiz this week. So if we take a look just quickly to show you again, let's go to the announcements page. Because this is new, we need to get used to this a little bit. So we have here our list. Our Class Connect session, Thursday at 3:30 p.m. Podcast, Monday. I will send this out as soon as I get it into YouTube. So for Monday, we are going to complete the art theft writing assignment if you haven't finished that from last week, and you'll watch the podcast and Sunday summary. Tuesday, read the section content. You can look at a few art museums online. Wednesday, continue the section content if you didn't finish it, and complete the discussion assignment. Thursday, attend the Class Connect session at 3:30. Review for the quiz. Thursday, I would take the quiz then after we review and respond to any discussion post. Friday then, this week will be a catch-up day for any assignments that have not been completed from either week 1 or week 2. So where do you find the information? We go to museums here. Let's take a look at a couple things that I want you to be aware of. One museum is called the Louvre. And what you can do is when you're doing these museum tours, something that's really nice is being able to navigate them and just take time looking at them. Here we can plan our visit, so this gives us just kind of what a day-to-day trip would be like going to the museum, what they have to offer, days that they're open, anything that you really need to know about the museum itself would be here. You can also go to activities and tours. So here at the Louvre, they have audio guided tours. They have guided tours by a docent. You can do a visitor trails or education. Here we can look at all of the exhibitions and different things that are happening. And then we can take a look at online tours. This is something that's going to be kind of interesting for us. We can take a look and we can find other museums that maybe have online tours as well. So if we go down here then, here we have all of these different tours that you can actually go through online. Another museum that has an online exhibition, well, we can just look at any. Let's go to the Minneapolis, the Walker Art Museum, I mean. Just because most of us are from Minnesota, so we'll take a look and see if they have any good online exhibitions. Please. So if we take a look here, we've got all of these different things.
Question everything. Why, you ask?
Sorry about the phone ringing.
Good question.
And then we can look at inside and outside visits. So we can go to visits here, take a look. We can go to collections. And so this is kind of what you're going to do this week is go online, take a look at some different online exhibitions. Another thing that I want you to know is, let's see. Actually, here. We'll try going here again. I was hoping that I could possibly find all of the different jobs that are related to a museum, but we'll just Google search that. So here we have museum employment and museum studies. And something that I wanted to talk to you about and kind of briefly go over is some of the different jobs that would go along with actually working in a museum or being part of a museum. Now, it can go from anything to actually being art related to something that is actually business related. So it doesn't necessarily have to connect to art itself. You might be like, oh, I don't know anything about museum studies. I don't like art. But you could actually be an engineer and work at a museum and help install some of the different works of art into the museum itself. So that's kind of something that's really cool too. You could also work in graphics. So here are some, it says museum studies, information for museum professionals and scholars. Museum studies, sometimes called museology, is the field that encompasses an idea and issues involving in the museum professional, from the practical day-to-day skills needing to operate a museum. The Smithsonian Center, this is a really great website too to look up for your museum tours. Also has digital access. So some different jobs could be a job in sound, graphic designs, digital works. They have learning in motion, sharing stories in public transportation. They've got all of these different areas that you can work at. And what I'm going to do is in the second part of the video today, I'm going to have you actually look for careers, or I'm going to show you a video that has careers related to museums. But if we take a look back here, we could do museum gallery curator and what they do. So here are some different jobs related to that. You could be an academic librarian, archaeologist, art administrator, heritage manager, museum education officer, museum gallery conservator, exhibition officer, records manager, or a visual merchandise. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be specific to art. And so what I'm going to do is I am going to pause this video here. Actually, no, I'm going to show you a few other things that I want to show you before we go. So here's the discussion on the assignment. Now, if I go here, it's not going to give me the actual what you need to do, but I believe that's in our reading. So if we just quickly cruise through a few of these things, because you'll be looking at this on your own, you will learn the purpose of a museum. Okay, so here's the assignment. It says it's worth 5 points only. I think what I'll do is if you respond to some people this week, I will add 5 points to each valuable response. Not just like, oh, that's really cool, or oh, I like that, or oh, good job. Kind of discuss, like, did you find the same findings? Did you not see that museum and you think it's interesting? Things like that. But what you're going to do is you're going to search different art museums on the internet and select one to evaluate. It says prepare a 250 to 300 word discussion evaluating the features of the virtual museum. So talk to me about, was the layout nice? Could you find things on the website? Did they have an online virtual tour? Do they have a shop? Different things that the museum itself would offer, and post that in the appropriate discussion forum. So we've got 6 questions here, pretty straightforward, giving us the name, location, address. In your discussion post too, I would put the website so that we can just link right to it and check it out. And then once you do that, you're going to submit it. And then as we go through the week, if you would like to, you can earn extra credit points by posting to other people's. And I'll do maybe a maximum of 10 points extra credit. So you could post to everyone, which would be awesome. But if you only post to 2 people or 3 people, you could get 10 points extra credit. What I'm going to do next is for the next part of the video, I'm going to actually have a YouTube video showing and talking about different parts of museum studies and museum works. So stay tuned for that.